Keith, we had an eventful night last night. We went to a movie.
We did.
Yeah, had some fun.
It was a lovely time.
It really was. It's always a great time going with you.
I always love seeing your face.
Yeah, it's good. And you always get a big Coke and I get a big Sprite. It's like a yin yang classic.
The yin and yang.
Yeah.
It really just it's always a great time.
Big bucket of corn we were munching on, just chowing down.
Yeah.
Oh, and that chowing.
Remember the butter situation?
Yeah. Yes.
Every movie theater they have the two sides of butter. They got one on the left side of the theaters and they got one on the right side.
Yes.
Went to the right side. They were all out of butter.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. We were and then they made us walk to the made us walk all the way to the left side of the theater.
Had to walk our fat asses over there to get our butter.
A full 20 yards.
If that.
To get our butter.
If that,
to
too.
get even more fat.
Yeah. Munching on the big thing of corn. Now we go up and we say, yeah, let's get the large. Oh, and can you already give us the refill? We don't even mess around. Can you already fill it up? Yeah, put it in the box. I don't care. It's like, yeah, put it in anything. Just put it in a bucket. It doesn't matter. Just give me the popcorn. It's fine.
That's your thing every time, man.
Well, it's good. It saves time.
You got that locked and loaded.
We got a good thing there. Yeah. But, Keith, we walked into the theater, and I walked right into the auditorium before you. Yeah. And as I was walking in, I turned the corner, and I almost walked into this woman, and she was walking down. I'm like, oh, sorry. And she goes, oh, it's okay. And then I know you're going to be coming right around the corner with a bucket full of corn, a big Coke.
I'm right behind you.
You're right behind me, and she's going, and I know that she's going to walk right into you. Yeah. But I don't know what to do.
And then she walks right into me. And then it's totally like oh, my bad. Jeez. Sorry.
You guys are doing the do-si-do, back step, forward step.
We're like, whoa, yeah, sorry, jeez, whoa, oh, jeez, whoa, oh, wow, wait, okay, oh. Yeah, it was a bit, very much that moment, and but I felt bad. I said my bad.
You did good.
I did.
You did really good.
You think I did good?
I was proud.
Yeah, you think I handled that situation accordingly?
Yeah, I think you did.
Okay,
yeah.
I hope so.
Yeah, you were just polite.
It's one of those awkward human situations,
right.
When you accidentally run into somebody.
Yeah.
You're like,
what do you do?
Yeah, it's kind of like what do you do? What do you say? Yeah, just like, my bad.
Yeah.
It's my bad. Hope you have a great day.
And it was so funny for me because I saw the whole thing coming. I could have stopped it, but I didn't know how. Yeah. How do you stop it? I was like, oh, she's going to hit Keith. Oh, Keith's coming. Oh, and there they go.
What are you going to do? Like, hey, excuse me, ma'am. You have a younger gentleman coming up right behind you.
There's a guy going to be right there. Watch out.
He's got a massive tub of popcorn with a lot of butter on it.
A lot of butter.
And you might be a buttery popcorn princess if you run into him.
Yeah, and I actually think because you had a big drink and a big popcorn, that's probably why there wasn't a big mess. If you guys didn't have anything, you'd probably be walking faster. Might have even clipped each other.
Yeah.
But here you had all this stuff in your hand. She probably saw it. And she was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And you were like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. It was just polite.
Yeah, we're both being cautious.
Yeah.
The cautious vibes were there.
Yeah, it's good.
But it's real. You wouldn't think it would be there because she turned the corner, she hit me, and I hit her. And you would actually think I would spill the popcorn, but
you didn't.
I was impressed with my own reflexes on that one.
Good dexterity on that.
Wow, jeez.
Yeah, nice. It's good stuff.
Thanks. Really appreciate you getting your approval on that one.
That's good. Keith, let's cue the theme music.
All right, brother.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Kel's Cuts. This is the podcast where we talk about, movies. I'm your host. I'm Kellen Slattery, and this is the illustrious co-host and the horror fanatic. You know him. We love him. It's Keith Vogt. Keith, how the hell are you feeling, brother?
I'm kind of feeling like a minion.
Oh.
Feeling loud, obnoxious, yellow. Like a little yellow guy. Looking to disturb some people. Cause a ruckus. Maybe kidnap the moon or whatever. Steal the moon.
Did.
Steal the moon.
Yeah, that's good.
Go crazy. Yeah, steal the moon. Yeah. I bought the chubbiest minion there is at Universal Studios, and it was one of the best purchases I have ever made in my life.
I'm looking at it right now.
He is sitting on my couch.
Right
we
there.
are staring at the little guy, and we are just obsessed with him.
It's like Bob.
Yeah, he was in the
Bill.
He was in the most recent movie, the Minions.
The Minion movie. Yeah, we saw it together. We had fun.
It was a lot of fun.
It was a good time.
Yeah, remember that one scene where Bob's trekking through the desert on that bike?
Oh yeah.
You remember that scene? Yeah. Like all the seasons are changing, and he's just hustling out there. It's like, Bob, geez, chubby little guy, look at you go.
Oh man, that's great. Well, I'm glad to hear you're feeling like a minion. So listen, folks, if you've joined us before, you know how the show works. But if you haven't, and if it's your first time, thank you for joining us. We'll break it down for you. So our show flow, how we do this here, we start out with a box office breakdown. That is the BOB.
The B.O.B. Bobby, we have to shout you out every time. From now on. Bobby Ray. Mm-hmm. Can we talk about his name, maybe? Bobby Ray? Two first names.
Bobby Ray.
You know? Yeah.
Two first names.
I mean, you got to love that.
What do you think his middle name is?
Lewis?
Bobby Lewis Ray. That's a pretty damn good name.
Bobby Lewis Ray. It's
a great name.
It flows really well.
Really good flow. I like that. Okay, so Bobby Lewis Ray.
Let's hope it is.
Yeah, so we start out with a box office breakdown. We break down the top 5 films at the weekend's box office. We go from 5 up to 1.
We love you, Louie.
That's right. After that, Keith, we go over our boom or bust movie news segment. So we go over the top stories in the world of movies, television, film, entertainment, all that great stuff. And if it gives us feelings of positivity, nice, happiness, all of those things in that realm, we give you a reaction of
boom buster.
That's right. But if it gives us feelings of negativity, sadness, despair, things in that realm, we give you a reaction of
Buster Boom.
That's right. And after we go over our boom or bust, once again, that is another B.O.B. We've got 2, box office breakdown and the boom or bust movie news segment. Then we go over our cuts or our highlight of the week. And this week, Keith and I saw a film. We went to the weekend. We saw it yesterday. So we're recording on Tuesday. So we went on Monday night. Didn't go over the weekend. We went on Monday to see Final Destination, Bloodlines. Yeah. So we're going to be highlighting that, covering it later, but we had a lot of fun.
Yeah. When I ran into that woman, I could have had my Final Destination.
That's right.
Could have gone bad.
Oh my God. What if we had a premonition right there?
Popcorn in the eye. Who knows?
Oh God. Colonel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Colonel right in the eye.
Straw goes flying, gets caught down your throat in the esophagus.
Choking.
Boom.
Yeah.
It's a Final Destination moment.
Right.
But what Final Destination does is you would get that straw cut.
Right. Yeah. Stuck right there in the throat.
Stuck right in your esophagus.
Yeah.
And if you're watching the movie, that wouldn't be the death.
No.
They would somehow survive.
Yeah.
And then they would kill that person like some other way that you would totally not be able to predict.
They would just tease you.
They would tease you.
They would tease you.
Tease and tease and tease.
Yeah. So we're going to go over our cut of Final Destination Bloodlines, the number 1 film at the box office. A little spoiler alert there. And after that, we go over our BSOTD. That is the bold statement of the day. It's our hopes, our dreams, our thoughts, our feelings, our aspirations, all of it packed up into one, a tight little bow. It's a present. It's a gift. We have it for you. It can be anything. Anything that is on our minds. It could be a random thought, like I think soccer ball is the greatest ball in all of sports. I don't think that.
Oh, wow.
I just looked at the soccer ball, and that's why I said that.
Jeez, why don't you think that?
I don't know. Maybe it's a football, pigskin, a lot of history.
Oh, jeez, God. I mean, soccer is football, though.
Yeah, Jesus.
Well, it's a beautiful game.
It's football. Football and football, 2 different things.
Wow, jeez.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess if we're talking in a
Semantics.
Spanish accent.
Tomato. Semantics. Maybe. So it could be anything on the bold statement of the day. It could be something completely random, something to do with film. Could be a bold prediction, like Tom Cruise is going to win an Oscar in 10 years. I don't know. Could be anything. Keith, I already know what I'm going to say. I'll reveal it later on the show. You told me earlier you might have an idea of something you're going to say, too.
I think I do.
Wow. Yeah,
it's one of my favorite shows. It got canceled.
Oh.
It got canceled.
Okay.
It's one of my favorite shows that got canceled, and I think they should have continued it.
Yeah, okay. We'll talk about it later. Huh?
It relates to Stephen King.
Oh, little hint. Nice, Keith. And then, we close it out. We ask you how you're feeling, if you're feeling any different. Also, mid-show, we're going to, during the boom or bust movie news segment, we're going to do something a little fun. We've got a lot of stories to go over, so we thought it would be fun to do the RFF, introducing a brand new segment for this show. That is the Rapid Fire Frenzy. The Rapid Fire Frenzy. So we've got the boom or bust. We go over the news stories, but we also have the RFF, where it's going to be quick, fast, little snippets. Well, this is coming, boom, boom, boom. Give some quick thoughts, so that's the Rapid Fire Frenzy. We'll try that out later, see if you guys like it. Let us know what you think. So, Keith, without any further ado, it's time for the box office breakdown.
B.O.B.
Oh, yeah.
Bobby.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Don't do it again.
Oh, yeah.
God damn.
Oh, my God. Jesus. I'm sorry. I just love it. I love it.
I'm uncomfortable.
Okay. I've had enough there.
I'm uncomfortable.
So, Keith, this week, I know we usually go...
I'm always comfortable with you.
I know, me too, buddy. We go 5 up to 1, but this week, Keith, I'm going to go 6 up to 1. I'm going to go 6 up to 1, right?
No way.
There's a reason why, Keith, because the number 6 film at this weekend's weekend box office is a new release. It's a new release from Lionsgate.
Okay.
All right. This was a film that took in $3.3 million on 2,000 screens. It's got a very hot actor, very up-and-coming actress. Maybe you've heard of her, Jenna Ortega, and co-starring The Weeknd. It's the film Hurry Up Tomorrow. Didn't quite crack the top 5, but it's sitting at number 6. Keith, you texted me about Hurry Up Tomorrow. It debuted with 13% critic score and a 72% audience score on Rotten Tomatoes. You wrote, "Why so polarized?" Question mark, exclamation mark. You said that. You said, I thought, Keith.
I was trying to figure out what to say right now. I just read my text.
I thought that was great. Then you said this. You said, Keith, you questioned, should The Weeknd really be getting to act alongside a high-profile actor like Jenna Ortega as a lead role? You know, Weeknd's a musician. I don't know. What do you think of that? Should he? I don't know.
I'm going to debate against myself here.
You think he should?
Well, I'm going to advocate for The Weeknd.
Okay.
You know, if you want to try out acting, try out acting. Anyone has the right to try out acting. The Weeknd already is very popular.
Yeah.
He has a strong fan base. Everyone, basically everyone in the world knows who he is.
Yeah.
If he stars in a movie, that's probably going to bring some traction. Then it comes down to, is he talented at acting?
Right.
That I'm not sure. I haven't seen Hurry Up Tomorrow. I will say I did like his little cameo appearance in Uncut Gems.
I did too.
Even though he played himself, The Weeknd, he 100% played himself in that. But I thought he nailed the role. And I guess you could, you know, it's like, well, Big Whoop, you know, he's playing himself.
Right.
But so I guess we'll have to see this one. But you know, the reviews are extremely polarizing. The fact that it debuted at a 13%.
13%,
right?
yeah. Right now it's holding a 14.
Yeah, that's what it debuted at.
That's god awful. That's
It's
just
very bad,
absolutely
but
terrible.
it's very interesting to see that you have over 70% of people liking this movie, and I think a big reason for that is just a lot of people love The Weeknd's music, and I think that's going to bring out a lot of the fans,
hardcore fans.
I think my point is, I think the main people watching this film are Weeknd fans. They're fans of his music. I don't, yeah. I'm not. I love Trey Edward Schultz. I love the director. He directed It Comes at Night.
Yeah, I loved that one. I thought it was great.
I thought it was a great horror movie.
Yeah, I thought it was great.
So it's kind of disappointing in a way to see this one flop.
Yeah.
You know, with the ratings as much as it did, especially with Jenna Ortega too.
Sure.
But I don't know. The Weeknd, does he have the true talent to become, you know, a legit actor, to be acting alongside, you know, a great actor,
like Jenna
you know,
Ortega,
like Jenna Ortega? Like, I don't know if he does. I'll have to see the movie. But, you know, it's an interesting conversation.
So, Keith, The Weeknd was in this one, Hurry Up Tomorrow, had horrible, horrible reviews. I had the opportunity to see it, and I saw something else because of how bad.
You saw the film?
No, I had the opportunity to see it, but I saw something else.
Oh, okay.
Because of how bad these reviews were. You also wrote, is Jenna possibly embarrassed by Weeknd's acting?
That's another conversation.
Yeah, that would put some merit to that because The Weeknd did the HBO show The Idol with Lily Rose Depp. Wow, was that negatively received? I only saw some clips. Boy, that looks terrible.
That's the only other
man,
you know,
it looks bad.
Yeah, that's
it
the
looks
only
real
other,
bad.
That's the only other film or TV show that The Weeknd has been in. He's been in Uncut Gems, The Idol, the show,
and this one.
That was that was created by the Euphoria creators.
Right.
And it was a complete flop. And you gotta wonder if part of that reason is due to the Weeknd's acting ability.
Could be a factor. And you also wrote, will this affect his legacy due to embarrassment of the performance at all? And you wrote so many questions, exclamation mark. That was the text you sent me.
There are
great
lot,
text.
Yeah, there are
great
honest,
text.
Yeah, there are. Hey, jeez, wow.
Thanks for the thoughts.
I mean, these are questions I feel like that we all honestly have because most musicians, they stay in their lane. You know, you're a musician, you make music, that's what you're talented at. However, there are some musicians out there that like to, you know, delve into other things, dive into other things. And The Weeknd's one of them. A lot of, like Jamie Foxx, great example. You know, he's
incredible actor, Oscar-winning actor. Yeah.
Yes, and also a musician.
Right.
You know,
great
and incredibly, you know, very talented musician as well. And like he can act. I'm not sure if The Weeknd has the chops to do it. I think this could affect his legacy, especially if he is not a good actor. If he's not a good actor, hands down, this will affect his legacy negatively.
This will, and
I think that high key is the case right now.
I think
with the reviews.
I think one last thing, and then we'll move on because we don't need to spend too much more time on this one. Hurry Up Tomorrow. I think the main thing here, yes, will it affect his legacy? It would also affect his legacy in the entertainment world. Well, I don't think it'll affect his musical legacy, but no. We put him as the lead role in a film, and we put him as the lead role in a television show. Yeah. Both of them flopped.
They both
very
bombed.
poorly received.
Yeah, they both bombed.
Now, if I'm a studio head, why do I want The Weeknd to be acting in my project? It didn't bring any box office clout. It didn't. It didn't do enough, and clearly there is some criticisms for his performance. I haven't seen it personally, so we'll kind of leave it at that. That's enough there.
Yeah. In regards to Jenna being embarrassed by The Weeknd's acting, like I said, that's another conversation. I think part of her could feel that way for sure. She's at least thinking like, this guy could be a better actor. I'm sure.
Partner, yeah.
But I'm sure she has the utmost respect for him.
Yeah.
Jenna Ortega just seems like a great individual. But I'm just saying that's something that might come up in her mind. Like, geez, like, I've my entire career I've acted alongside brilliant actors, and now here I am co-stars with The Weeknd.
Yeah.
I don't know. And like, like we said, The Weeknd, if he is not good, simply not good at acting, like that will affect his legacy in a way.
Yeah, absolutely. So Keith, next, now we're in the top 5. This is number 5, Keith. It's from Amazon MGM Studios. This is the 4th week for the film. Last weekend it was at the number 4 spot in the box office. This week, number 5, with a 28.8% decrease. A low decrease. $4.7 million for the film. It's Ben Affleck's The Accountant Part 2. God. Still in the top 5. Keith, The Accountant 2. I told you before, this is a good film. It's a good movie. It's a lot of fun, and people are going out to see it. I think audiences are really responding to this, and they are saying, guys, you made a good one. And you made one better than the first.
Wow.
Yeah.
God damn.
It's The Accountant too, Keith. It's good. You would like it.
It's so interesting. You would think the opening weekend of Hurry Up Tomorrow, The Weeknd's movie, would totally at least crack into the top 5 over a film like The Accountant 2 that's been in the theaters for its 4th straight week.
Yes.
Still in the top 5. In a movie like Hurry Up Tomorrow, its opening weekend can't crack in the top 5.
And it's horror.
I think that's more of a testament to The Weeknd and maybe how negatively received that film is, rather than The Accountant 2 being a great film. I think maybe Hurry Up Tomorrow didn't squeak in just because it's just really not a good film.
Yeah.
Because it could have easily squeaked in. And my point is, with that, is Accountant 2's been in theaters for 4 weeks now. You could argue it should not be in the top 5 anymore. You could easily argue a new movie debuting this weekend should be in the top 5 over a movie that's been in the theaters for 4 weeks now.
True.
That isn't named Minecraft, Sinners, or Thunderbolts.
True.
Like you could totally argue Hurry Up Tomorrow should be in there.
Very true.
It's not, and you got to question why.
We look at word of mouth, and I think word of mouth about Hurry Up Tomorrow is either non-existent or bad. You look at word of mouth on Accountant 2, and it is good. Which brings us to some more word of mouth. We've got the number 4 movie at the box office. Last weekend, it was at number 3. This weekend at number 4. It's for Warner Brothers with only a 22.3% decrease, bringing in $5.9 million. It is a Minecraft movie. Minecraft still in the top 5, still kicking. Let's go ahead and check out these worldwide numbers. Minecraft currently sitting at $930 million, $70 million away from the $1 billion mark. Can it do it? We keep saying yes, but it needs to put in some more work.
It's slowly inching there.
It's inching.
And we're waiting for it, baby.
It's inching.
We're waiting for it to get there. It 100% deserves to get there with how big and popular and loved.
7th
how loved
week
this movie is.
7 week.
That just shows how loved this movie is.
Yeah.
The fact that it is in its 7th week and it's still in the top 5.
Right.
Absolutely insane. You got to love every bit of it. You got to mine. You got to craft. It's Minecraft.
You got to mine. You got to craft. It's Minecraft. As friend of the show, Cole Prince once said, respect the craft.
Respect the craft.
Respect the craft. Next, Keith, we've got number 3 at the weekend box office. Last weekend, it was at number 2. Now it's at number 3. It's for Warner Brothers, another big winner, in its 5th weekend with only a 31.2% decrease. $15 million going right up there to Sinners. Sinners, currently with $318 million worldwide for an original film. You gotta love it. We've talked about the movie ad nauseum.
I love it, baby. I love it. We both love it.
It's a great film. Best movie of the year so far.
There's not much negativity to say on this bad.
You can't.
There's really nothing.
Sinners is great. See it if you haven't.
It's a great movie.
Yes.
With a lot of different genres, and it will entertain the hell out of you.
Yes, it will. Keith, next, we've got from Walt Disney Studios. Oh, look at this drop. Less than the week 1 to week 2 drop. It's its third week of release here. Only a 48.6% drop. It's on the higher side, but still, it's a sub 50 drop with $16.6 million. It's Thunderbolts. Last weekend, number 1. This weekend, number 2. Thunderbolts bringing in, let's see, worldwide total right now for Thunderbolts, we're sitting at $328 million. Thunderbolts still kicking. We'd like to see it be making more money at this point, but it's a crowded time at the box office. But the point is,
100%.
the film, very positively received. I've actually seen it 3 times.
Wow.
I've seen the film 3 times. It's great. You asked me before when I said I think I give it like a 4 out of 5, and you're like, really? You've seen it multiple times, you give it a 4 out of 5. The more that I sit with the film, more I resonate with the film, it's inching up. I mean, it's at 4.25. It could get up to 4.5, but I think it's at 4.25 right now. Could go back down to 4, but it's at minimum a 4. It's a great, great movie. Yeah. Tons of social allegory, mental health allegory, lots of commentary, big questions asked. It's a mature film. Very impressive how they were able to take B-list characters that we're not as familiar with, and make them really compelling and have us fall in love with them. Back to the Marvel, what we know Marvel for. Really good. So happy to see it there.
Yeah. Also, you gotta love that they can take a comic book and make it like this emotionally mature for audiences.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
that makes you feel
well
good.
said.
That makes you feel good.
Makes me feel great. I love these stories.
Good feeling in your tummy.
Great feeling in my tummy. And Keith, you're about to get an even better feeling in your tummy because we've got the #1 movie at the box office. Guess who's added again, Keith? It's Warner Brothers. 3 movies in the top 5. Warner Brothers in its first week. Keith, this is on 3,500 screens with a franchise record opening weekend. $51.6 million for Final Destination Bloodlines, with a worldwide total right now at $110 million. Final Destination is on top of the world. Good Lord Almighty, it needs one of these.
Let's go!
Let's go.
Damn. Let's go, baby.
Keith.
Best movie of the franchise. Best movie of the franchise. Hands down. Also the highly received, on Rotten Tomatoes as well. But it's not just that. This actually is the best movie of the franchise. You could argue it has the best kills of the franchise. There's an MRI kill in this movie, people.
Now?
We won't get into it.
I was going to say. Now. We'll get into it later.
We're just teasing you. Like the film teases us.
Yes,
and that's the beautiful thing that you have to love about Final Destination. They keep you guessing. They keep teasing you. And you think someone's going to die, and it doesn't happen. And they just keep teasing you and teasing you and teasing you. And then it comes, and you're always caught off guard. And you're just like, wow. Like, I love the concept of them teasing the deaths. You think it's going to happen. You think it's coming. You think it's coming. Nope. We thought that guy was, he was jumping on the trampoline. We thought he was, they had
sound in the trailer.
They had that rake under the,
rake
under the trampoline. You thought he was gonna step on the rake. That's just them teasing you.
No,
that's just them teasing you right there, man. You don't know what's gonna happen.
You don't know what's gonna happen, Keith. This movie was tracking. Remember when we were reading the tracking before? It was like, it might make 27 to 30. I said what it's gonna make. I said about 27. I said if this movie cost anything more than 25, it's too much. Keith, I said 27. The movie made 51. It nearly doubled my prediction.
Let's go, baby.
Whoa!
Dude, how about a horror movie at the top of the box office while Sinners, Minecraft, and Thunderbolts are all in theaters right now?
Yeah.
I mean, that's impressive. Shout out to horror right now. This felt like classic, old school, 90s, 2000s horror.
Yep.
Fun, entertaining. You're watching it for the kills.
Yep.
You're laughing. You're getting scared at the same time.
Yeah.
The perfect
getting
blend.
Grossed out.
Yeah, the perfect blend of comedic relief in a horror movie.
Right.
It's just such a fun time for everyone,
it's a
man.
Great
it's
fun
such
time.
A fun horror movie.
Really, really fun. Yeah.
I loved it.
I think one other thing here, the marketing campaign on this was excellent.
So good.
They
knew what the franchise was. They knew what their franchise represented, and they nailed it with the marketing.
Yes, they did.
They went that hard.
It was sharp. It was so sharp. Even when we saw that very first teaser. You remember when we saw that very first teaser and it was the tattoo shop? We watched it right over here. We watched it right here.
Yeah.
And you showed me, and I was like, oh, man, they're doing it again.
So good.
The teasing, it's coming.
They tease you. You think he's going to get... Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got a nose ring and then,
Yeah, some tease. Yeah. Some teases in there.
You
think something's going to happen?
Yeah.
It might. It might not. I don't know.
Yeah.
It might not happen in the way you think it's going to happen.
You always think they're going to die a certain way, and they always die another way. And it kind of makes you feel like a little sick in a way as an audience member, kind of like, quote unquote, rooting for a death.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's entertainment.
That's part of the brilliance of the franchise, is that we're actually rooting for the death. Yeah. Think about this. As a director, as a filmmaker, as a producer, as a cast, all these things, you have to guide the production in a way that the audience is rooting for the impending doom. because that is what the franchise is based on. That's the heart and soul of the franchise. It's not that we want these people to get away. No. We want to see these crazy kills. So you're kind of subverting these traditional expectations and traditional values that an audience should have and really flipping it on its head.
Totally.
And it makes me
literally the complete opposite.
feel like a sicko. Yeah. I feel like a sick man in there watching it, but I love it every second of it. I'm loving every second of it. Yeah.
I know. It's such a...
It's an interesting
it's great
kind of thing.
Yeah, you pointing that up. Like, every single horror movie, they're getting chased by death in some sort of way. You can say Michael Myers is a form of death, trying to kill his victims, or anything, any other villain in a horror movie. But this one, death is the quote unquote villain, literal death. Maybe you can say the Grim Reaper or sorts, but death is what's coming for them. And for some reason, you're rooting for death to win this time.
It's crazy.
And it's so interesting how they make it flip like that.
I know.
So impressive.
It really
Shout out
is.
to Final Destination.
Final Destination.
Such a great concept.
Such
a great concept. Just the concept alone of them seeing the premonition, seeing everyone die in this massive event, whether it's a NASCAR race, an airplane crash, a roller coaster crash, or in this one, they're on the Space Needle, and shit goes south there.
Yeah.
And they see the premonition. And then, but none of it happens. And then the lead actor or actress, they try to stop it from happening. Oh my God. And this new movie, they took that premise and they ran with it. And the plot of this film was so good and so well thought out. Yeah. And it hit very hard. It was so great. Such a great film.
This was a great time to do the film. I think it was a head scratcher at first when we were saying, hindsight's 2020. Now we're gonna go, oh yeah, it was a perfect time to make another one of these.
I was always.
I think that the general consensus was, really, it was 14 years ago. We're doing another one. I don't know. Is that gonna work? In hindsight, we're going, yeah, that's a great idea.
Oh, yeah.
But it's crazy that it did work and it worked this well. Yeah. 51. Biggest of the franchise. Would you think that if we said months ago, oh, they're doing a new Final Destination. Oh, great. Yeah, it's going to be the biggest one yet and the best one yet.
That'd definitely be a BSOTD.
That's hard to,
that'd be a bold statement.
And that's where we are. Keith, it's Final Destination Bloodlines is at the top of the world. It deserves to be there. $51 million with a 110 worldwide opening. Budget on the film was 50. It's already at 110.
Shout out.
This puppy's a hit. That is a certified hit, my friend.
To conclude the top 5 for me, I think this is actually our best week of the year, hands down, of the movies that are in the top 5. You got Final Destination.
I've seen them all. Yeah.
Thunderbolts.
Yep.
Sinners.
Right.
Minecraft.
Yep.
Accountant 2.
Accountant 2. It's great. It's a great movie.
Squeaking in there.
That was great.
But man, those top 4, I mean, come on, dude. All totally different genres, all original, brilliantly original in their own aspect, and they're all absolutely killing it, dude, in theaters right now. And bringing people back to the theaters. You gotta love these original films doing that for the theaters right now, dude.
Love it.
Final D, keeping the train running right now, man. Yeah. Let's go. Let's keep it rolling, dude.
Let's go. All right, Keith. So that closes out the box office breakdown. Next, we've got our boom or bust movie news segment. So, Keith,
boom bust. I feel like we're already going very long.
We already are going very long. Well, let's pick up the pace.
Oh, geez, wow.
Let's pick up the pace.
Or we could go slower.
I'll start talking really fast. So, Keith, our next news story is going to be something. We had a lot of new trailers that were coming. Okay.
Who are you, a minion?
God. Bob, Kevin. What's Bob, Kevin, and what's the other one's name?
I thought you were going to give me a laugh track for that, but I'm really happy you didn't.
Well, you're kind of asking for it now.
No.
Really?
No. Move on.
Okay.
No, please forget I said that.
Okay, Keith. So we've got quite a few new trailers that came today, actually. So friend of the show, Cole Prince, he was texting me a bunch. He said, look, this trailer's coming. This trailer's coming. This trailer's coming. I said, Cole, don't you worry, brother. We're going to hold off on recording tonight, and we're going to push to tomorrow so we can talk about some of these big trailers. So without 100%. Any further ado, the boom or bust, Keith, it's Zootopia 2. It's a teaser trailer coming at us from Disney for Zootopia 2. The film releases on November 26th. Now, it was a teaser trailer, about 1:10, Keith.
Day before Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah. Perfect release for Thanksgiving time.
That.
Perfect family film. Everyone and their mother. We're probably going to be going. It's going to be Thanksgiving time. You and I will probably see Zootopia 2 right after Thanksgiving. It's going to be a big hit.
You're already hanging with the fam.
It's going to be a great
great family film comes out. Yeah. Screw it, why not? Let's go watch a Zootopia great family film right now.
So, Keith, the teaser trailer came. I'll kick us off first here, actually. I usually would defer to you. I'm going to kick us off first. I thought the teaser was a boom. The teaser was a boom.
I was worried you're going to say
no. I thought it was a boom because I really liked mostly what I texted Cole as well. It showed different climates. Yeah. We saw a lot of different environments, and we know these characters. We went through the first film. We love Judy Hobbs. We love Nate Wilde. I forgot his name. Nick Wilde. Yeah. We love those two characters. We have a solid foundation of the world. You start seeing the cops. You saw a flash of the sloth. You saw that snake guy. You saw tons of familiar faces. So we know all the characters already. So now, this environment. Yeah. So it's great that these characters have been well established, and now we see, we can put him there. What would that do for a dynamic? We can put him there. What would that do for a dynamic? It adds to it. It was enough where I'm going, I can't wait to spend some more time with these characters. It's a boom. Keith?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I basically agree with every word you just said.
Okay.
I thought the trailer was great. I love those little chubby guys in the beginning.
Yeah.
They're so small and chubby. I love them.
Dancing on the piano.
What kind of animal was that?
I don't remember. I just remember it was a little chubby guy.
Look like a little chubby chipmunk or something?
Yeah, something like that. A little chubby
chipmunk. Yeah, a little cutie.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love all the different settings. I love the fact, it's like the first movie, we loved all these characters. We fell in love with all these characters and, even the setting as well. But, why not? Keep the characters, keep everybody we love, but make it a little more original, and let's see him somewhere else this time.
Yeah.
Let's put him in a new location. New adventures.
Right.
Make it fun for everybody. Mm-hmm. And so I think that's a really fun aspect to this new film, and I'm really excited that they're bringing everybody back, all the characters.
Yeah, Sloth, can't wait for him.
I loved the the kind of like EDM.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah,
dude,
what about that little party scene?
Oh, we had like
animals were like jiving, just grooving out. You know?
Dude,
just like jiving.
Oh, the bass was
boom.
the bass was pumping.
Yeah,
from
that was a good scene.
Yeah, no, I literally, I was watching the trailer and I was dancing.
Yeah, you were. I looked over. I was like, "Are you watching?" And then you were just like dancing.
I love the music just as much as the screen. I thought the marketing for this teaser trailer was actually absolutely great.
Yeah,
I think that's all we needed, all we wanted.
Really?
Like I said, like we all love the characters. That's what we're here for. Mm-hmm. They showed us all the characters with a great EDM beat in the background.
Boom.
They got us going. They got us pumped. And then they finished with a rave.
Yeah, they did.
Finished with an animal rave at the end. Everyone's pumped. Everyone's partying, dude. All the animals. The sloth. You got the sloth in there partying.
I love that sloth. He's so good. Okay, so
nothing
Keith.
better than a sloth working at a DMV.
It's the best, yeah. So that's Zootopia.
You need the pace, and he just does not have it.
No, he doesn't. Zootopia 2, that's the trailer. Keith, next we've got, it's Jurassic World Rebirth. The trailer, this movie's coming out July 2nd, 4th of July.
You really are trying to go fast.
4th of July. Oh, yeah, we're gonna power through. It's good tempo.
Yeah.
Keith, 4th of July release for Jurassic World Rebirth, okay? This one is, it's directed by Gareth Edwards. He recently did the Creator. He did Star Wars Rogue One. He did the 2014 Godzilla as well. I'd like to not talk about that one.
Yeah, me too.
Keith, you see the trailer for Jurassic World Rebirth. Is this a boom? Is this a bust? Does it increase your level of anticipation?
Yes,
what do you think?
Yes. It 100% increased my level of anticipation a lot.
Okay.
A lot. I saw a lot of great-looking dinosaurs in this bad boy. It really got me going.
Good.
I love this franchise. I feel like when this movie comes out, I'll love it even more. I love good dinosaur. Kind of part of me wishes they were still living amongst with us. But part of me obviously doesn't wish that.
Yes,
it could result in a lot of deaths.
Yeah.
But god damn, this movie looks damn good, man. The fact that they genetically created all these dinosaurs at the island, and they left all the bad seeds at the island. Ooh. And this is where they're going. Trying to extract the DNA.
Yeah.
They have to extract the DNA of a land dinosaur, a sea dinosaur, and a flying dinosaur.
Mm-hmm.
That's their mission.
Yeah,
that's why they go to the island. And they run into some trouble, man. That scene in the river where they're getting chased by that T-Rex.
Yeah,
dude. Oh my god! And the T-Rex tries to bite them while they're in the water.
Good.
Dude, that looks so intense, so good, so edge of your seat type movie stuff.
Yeah,
really I feel like they're paying a lot of homage to the original franchise, just keeping it intense.
Yeah,
dinosaurs are intense, bro.
And
you run into a dinosaur, you run into a T-Rex, you're thinking, oh my god,
yeah,
I'm probably gonna die, but how can I possibly survive this? And maybe
that's what we're attracted
the 1% chance that I have. And
the journey, the fight, the survival. That's what we're trying. Scarlett said at CinemaCon that they're trying to bring back some of the horror elements. And
it looked like it, bro.
I think you can feel that. Keith, I thought this trailer was a boom. it definitely is in the boom realm, not bust realm. I'm not quite as jazzed about it as you are. I love the passion and the intensity.
We got a lot of great dinosaurs, a lot of great action scenes in this one. The Mosasaurus.
Yeah.
The Mosasaurus.
Is that what we saw at the end?
When they're on the boat.
Yeah. So that's what I was going to say. The scenes that really entice me on this one are the water scenes.
Oh,
the water scenes
like up
look
my alley, dude.
So good.
Damn good. Bro.
Really, really
dude,
good.
Dude, that last shot of the Mosasaurus. I'm not sure if it's Mosasaurus or Mosasaur. I'm sorry.
Well, one of them.
I'm sorry, but it's one of them.
Yeah.
We'll go with Mosasaurus.
Right.
When you he looks like a whale. You know,
he does.
He just jumps out of water in the most majestically horrifying way.
Oh yeah.
And you're like, oh my God, that thing is beautiful, but please don't eat me alive. Yeah. Don't kill me. I just want to look at you. I just want to admire you.
Yeah.
Please don't come close to me.
Yeah, don't do it.
Please keep your 300-yard distance at least.
Yeah. Keith, it's a boom. It's Jurassic. We'll be there. Cole wants to see it with us. We'll see it with him.
Let's go.
Let's get a big group.
This is going to be a fun family,
summer,
friend
4th of
film.
July. Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, perfect just for the whole fam, the whole friend group.
Yep.
Everyone's going to have a great time.
Yeah.
What's better than watching a human get chased by a dinosaur and trying to survive?
Yeah, we love it. Box office has said we love it for the last 30 years. Last thing, cast looks great. Mahershala looks great. Scarlett looks great, and then Jonathan Bailey, from Wicked, he looks great.
100%.
So cast looks awesome. I think that they can totally deliver different enough than what we just saw with the Chris Pratt films. I think that we saw some a little bit lacking on the character side we mentioned before with those. So I'm really hoping that they deliver on the character side.
You know the characters are going to be stronger, more in depth, have better arcs.
Yeah.
Just because low-key,
that's what it was.
But I feel like the acting caliber is just higher in this film. I feel like we have pretty good actors with Mahershala Ali and Scarlett Johansson leading the film.
Two-time Academy Award winner.
They're both they've both been nominated for Academy Awards.
Yeah, Mahershala's 2-time winner, Scarlett multiple-time nominee.
Yeah, there you go. And so just with the cast being this loaded, the action being this loaded, the fact that they're going back to the original island, battling these mutated dinosaurs.
Yep.
Dude, bro, what more do you want? And the action looks great, and the fact they're bringing back the horror element, like you said. Yeah. Because when you run into a dinosaur, it's incredibly terrifying. It's incredibly scary.
Sure.
None of us have ever done it in real life, but we see it, and we can imagine ourselves in that situation,
Yep.
and it would be horrifying.
Yeah.
Give us the horror. Make us feel that horrifying element when we run into a dino, bro.
Yeah.
Because it should be absolutely horrifying. And I think this movie is going to give us just that.
I agree. The guy to do it, Gareth Edwards, he's the director. Yes, he did do Godzilla in 2014. That's 11 years ago. I think he's grown, but he's done Star Wars Rogue One, which is a fan favorite. A lot of people think that one's really underrated. He did a quite good job
with Daisy.
That is not with Daisy. That is with what's her name? Felicity Jones and Diego Luna.
Gotcha.
Yes, it's actually a prequel before the 4th film. It's a good one. Gotcha. Yeah, it's a good one. And he also did The Creator with sci-fi film.
Right.
I missed it. Didn't quite see it, but I heard great things.
I missed that one too.
Yeah.
Did you hear great things on that one?
I did hear great things. I think we got was that a motorcycle? Something going on. Look at this. Listen to that. I don't know if the audience heard that.
It's coming through my headphones.
Yeah, because it was loud. Sound. It was loud. Because we just had a motorcycle going by. So
both felt the same way.
Jurassic World, boom, definite boom.
Last thing to say on this one.
Yes,
doesn't relate specifically to the movie, but I have to bring up the fact that they just genetically created a direwolf. That were they used. It was this large wolf that lived.
Was this the Game of Thrones thing? That
yes,
you sent me?
Yeah, it was that giant wolf. They genetically recreated an extinct animal species.
Yep.
This is the first time we have genetically recreated an extinct species. Like this well-known, this big, to this extent.
Yes.
We did it with a dire wolf. It's like a larger version of like a regular wolf, and we got a couple of baby dire wolves now, and like a science lab. And you brought it up to me. You immediately said, "Why the hell are we doing this?"
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the movie Jurassic Park? I thought that's a great segue, man.
Yeah, we usually say, "Oh, yeah, art imitating life." No, this is life imitating art. What the hell are they doing that for?
Be careful.
What are we doing? And then they had like George R.R. Martin doing a photo shoot with him. Like, what are we doing a photo shoot when we're no?
But as a Game of Thrones fan, you gotta love that. Are you kidding me? Jeez, the man who created it all, taking a photo with an actual direwolf.
Yeah,
all my Game of Thrones fans out there. Oh, we love it, everybody.
Yeah.
We're such big fans. We just don't want to get eaten by him. Just like we don't want to get eaten by dinosaurs. So they're walking a slippery slope with that one.
Yes,
hopefully they don't genetically recreate a couple of dinosaurs now, and then a bunch of humans are getting eaten in a couple of years. But I guess we'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens. Next,
hopefully
Keith.
we learn from the movies.
It's another trailer. This one's for television. Keith, it is the It television series. Welcome to, Derry?
Damn.
Welcome to Derry. Welcome to Derry, coming in the fall of this year. We saw the trailer for this one. Wow, this is something, Keith. I thought this trailer was a boom. We got a nice idea of characters and world here, and just a little taste of Pennywise, because we've seen him before.
100%.
We saw the two films of It. I thought the first It film was incredible. I actually saw the first It film. I saw it with Anaf, friend of the show, Anaf Khan. I saw it with Anaf opening night, big crowded theater. It was great.
I'm so sad I wasn't there.
You weren't there.
You guys are like my two best friends in the whole wide world.
But I saw it, and it was great. Then they did the second one. I thought the second one was pretty bad. I thought it was really lackluster.
They bit off a little more than they could chew.
So ambitious. The second one was what? It felt like 7 hours, and I think it was 2.5 maybe, but it felt like 7 hours.
I think it was pushing like a 3-hour film.
It was almost 3,
which is absolutely insane.
It felt like
in my opinion, you got to cut that movie in half.
So
if you're gonna try to adapt It, the book, that's over 1,000 pages long, into a movie or a television series. I love what they're doing with the television series. That makes a lot of sense. But if you're gonna do a movie, just do it in parts, dude. Like, not just 2 parts. You can't fit that 1,000+ page book in just a 2-part film.
And the second movie felt that. It felt that,
and that's 100%. Part of the reason why they're making the TV show.
That's why,
because there's so much in that book that hasn't been told yet. There's so much lore in there that hasn't been told yet. And we need that, and we're looking for it, and we're getting it, and we love it. But, I completely agree. It Chapter 2 it bit off way more than it could chew. It tried to fit in way too much, packed it way too tight, and it just, it didn't do it for a lot of people.
And that, to me, is why I'm attracted to the television series. Because we get more time to breathe and expand.
Yeah. It's going to feel less rushed.
It will.
And as it should, because it's over 1,000 pages, guys. There's so much stuff in that book. You can't rush it. You can't rush this thing, dude. If you rush it, you're gonna mess it up. And that's what happened in It Chapter 2.
Chapter 2.
And you can tell they didn't. You can tell they did not rush the first film.
Not at all.
It was very simple.
Yeah.
Him stalking the kids, which is the concept of it, and that's what we're getting in this TV series. And also, I'm hearing people complain about the TV series, like we're getting the same thing we've always gotten. Yeah, dude. What else do you expect to get? That's the concept of Pennywise. He comes back every 28 years to fucking torture a new pair of kids.
Yeah, that's the story.
What else do you fucking want, guy?
What do you want?
Come on, dude.
That's it.
I read comments of people like, oh, geez, nothing new, more Pennywise, hunting kids. That's the fucking story,
That is
guy.
the story.
He comes back every 28 years and tortures a new group of children.
Yeah.
And this is a prequel to the films. And this is just Pennywise torturing another group of children that happened 28 years earlier. It's the cycle, people.
Right.
It's a cycle. It's like Jeepers Creepers, how he comes back every 27 years to torture people.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. It's not going to be anything new. It's just going to be the same Jeepers Creepers, the same Pennywise, just torturing a different group of people.
Yeah.
You got to love that if you're a horror fan.
Sure.
If you're nitpicking on that, fucking, I don't know, fucking go watch something else.
Yeah, watch something else.
Go take your hate elsewhere, or maybe go read the book and fucking knowledge up on it.
Yeah, dedicate some time. Keith, don't even get me started on the people who go, oh, nothing original. Guys, it doesn't matter if we've seen it before. What's the journey? How do we get there? Yeah. I go to a rom-com. We talk about this all the time. I go to an action movie. Good guys win at the end? Great. Okay, cool. If that happens, awesome. What's the journey? How do we get there? What is the arc of the character? Is there something in the middle? That's the meat. Yeah. That's the heart. And we're getting that in the television series, okay? That's what we're seeing. So I don't care if we've seen it stalk some kids before. Yeah, I've seen a horror movie before. I've seen a slasher film before, okay? What's the journey? What's the meat? Yeah. How can we expand? How can we differ? It all comes in the middle. It doesn't matter if we've seen it before.
And with it, you're really in it for the kids, bro. You're in it for the friendship. You're in it for them sticking together like a family, the friends that they are, taking on this demon from hell that is hunting them down, and you're totally rooting for the kids, dude. And yeah, man, like it's so easy to root for them. And it's just such a great thing about the It franchise that I love the concept of the children taking on this alien demon. Like, it's such classic horror, dude. Like the trope of that, like you can't do anything but not root for them. You know how like in some horror movies or any movie, it's hard to root for the protagonist? Bro, dude, you read the book, you watch the movies, you watch the show. Incredibly easy to root for the protagonist.
You have no other choice.
They're all kids, and they're all getting innocently hunted.
Innocent, yeah.
All of them are so completely innocent.
There's that aspect of bullying too. I remember in a lot of our main characters get bullied, so you start to really you really feel for them. They do build up. It's like you said, it's a 1,000-page book. 1,000 pages isn't going to be 1,000 pages of jump scares. No, it's going to be character development. That's what we're going to see in the television show.
And how he really. Can't find the word for it, but how he capitalizes. Yeah, there you go.
On their fears?
Capitalizes on their fears. And that's like,
that's how we learn more about the characters, too.
It's a massive thing about Pennywise and how he hunts his children. He loves their fear. That is what makes him hungry. He loves the children's fear.
Ooh,
and just that concept alone, that Stephen King created, the fact that he created this demonic clown that thrives off of the fear of children. And that fear that the children have is what makes him hungry. Dude, that's a terrifying concept.
Yeah, it is.
And the fact that he can shape and change into any one of your deepest, darkest fears. Dude, the concept of Pennywise is terrifying.
Yeah, it is.
I really hope this show nails it and pays great homage to the book and, did its research. And I think we're all very eager and curious to find out more lore about Pennywise.
Yeah, we are. Yeah. It's a boom.
Derry, baby. Yeah. Derry, Maine.
Welcome to Derry, Keith. That cuts off our trailers there. What happened?
Bill Skarsgård reprising the role as Pennywise.
Yes, we just saw a little snippet of him.
I know, yeah.
That was good. Yeah, that's what I expected.
They didn't show us Pennywise at all in the trailer. They just got a little glimpse of him in the very last scene. But the fact that Bill Skarsgård is reprising the role as Pennywise is the biggest boom there is, and that's the fact. That's a big reason you're watching the show.
Yeah,
I mean he created one of the best villains we've seen, in my opinion. I thought he nailed Pennywise.
Yeah, I agree. He did a great job. Keith, next.
Pennywise, meet Georgie.
Yeah,
Georgie, meet Pennywise.
Jesus Christ. Keith, next. Stop scaring me.
Now we're not strangers.
Stop it. Jesus.
You want a balloon?
Cut it out.
There's popcorn.
Leave me alone.
And it pops.
Leave me alone.
Pop, pop.
Enough of the popping.
Pop, pop. And
please stop.
Candy.
I've had enough. Take me out of the carnival.
Don't you want it, Georgie?
I don't.
Take the boat, Georgie.
I just wanted to play with my boat in the rain. Georgie. Why are you doing this to me?
You'll float too, Georgie.
I don't want to float. I just want my little paper boat.
Take it, Georgie.
Oh, God.
Take it,
no.
Georgie.
Okay. So next, we've got Keith. This is
very unhinged.
You didn't like it?
I loved it. I just thought it was like pretty unhinged.
I loved it. Keith,
but I loved
next, let's move on. We've got the Immigration TV competition show. What is going on here, Keith? The Hollywood Reporter is saying that the Department of Homeland Security is considering a reality TV show pitch that would put immigrants through a series of challenges to compete for U.S. citizenship. Hold on. What the fuck is this? This is the biggest bust I've ever heard on the history of this show.
What is going on?
This is the I'm gonna do a laugh track because this idea is laughable. This is laughable.
I am laughing as we speak.
This is the biggest bust
absolutely absurd
I have ever heard. What?
That's how absurd this idea is. What the fuck are we? Is this turning into Squid Game? What are we fucking doing?
We're getting closer.
Dude? We're getting damn close to Squid Game without the deaths. It's just without the death games. But
so disappointing. What is this?
This feels just wrong.
On so many levels.
This just feels ethically wrong. And there's just so much to dive into with this.
There's so much.
At the surface, I think we can all just kind of agree. It's just ethically wrong. It's such a weird concept to have a game show to determine immigration rights. Like, have a game show to determine whether you're allowed in a country or not. I mean, that
apparently
that's getting overly serious at that. Reality TV and game shows, there's a silliness to it.
Right.
There's a jokingly silliness to it. Like, this isn't fully serious. It's a fucking game show, okay? Yeah. Like, it's a game. We're playing a game. Dude, they are making this, like, incredibly heavy and just, like, real life type shit heavy that you just shouldn't be going in that direction at all. I don't even know why they're thinking that. Well, I mean, I don't know, man. Jesus.
I don't know why they're thinking it. It's absolutely outrageous. Yeah. Keith, the part of the headline here from Hollywood Reporter, it says that they'd be competing in like stereotypically American activities like collecting gold from a mine.
What is this, bro?
Who came up
with these concepts?
So this concept is actually from TV veteran Rob Warsuf, who did the Duck Dynasty. He was a producer from Duck Dynasty, I believe.
Jeez.
So they have some talent, behind the project. But what the fuck, man? I'm pissed. I'm like really pissed. Like I read the headline, I got pissed, man.
Dude, if they actually,
it's ruined my day.
Dude, if they actually follow through with this, dude,
this is just absurd.
That's just. I feel like
it's insulting. It's offensive.
Yeah,
it's offensive.
Morally wrong.
Very
morally wrong.
It's like you said. I really think that was a nice point, that there is a free-flowing, fun energy to a reality show.
Yeah,
and this not that at all.
This takes it to a whole nother level and makes it heavy as fuck. And you don't want to watch something that real and that heavy. You're turning on reality TV for a good time, for a good laugh.
There's so many levels of bad to this.
Yeah, to watch people make stupid decisions and regret them later and then cry on TV. That's what reality TV is for. You're not watching it to watch someone try to
compete for citizenship.
Yeah, compete for citizenship. What? What are we doing, dude?
It's such a like you said. There's so much you can talk about this, but I don't even want to. Like I don't even want to. We're done.
No,
we had enough.
It's so like morally and ethically wrong that you just laugh and you just brush it off and you're just like, what the hell?
Yeah.
And you're just like, wow, I really, really hope in every fiber of my being that they do not make this a real show.
It's disappointing.
But part of you also realizes that, oh my God, this actually might be a real show, and that is even more terrifying.
So disappointing.
Than the actual concept itself, in a way. The fact that they would make a show like this.
Yeah.
Absolutely insane. The balls on some people.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know, Keith. Let's get some positive energy back in here. That's a big old bust from the two of us. The biggest bust of the show's history.
Extremely.
It's the biggest bust I've ever seen.
Negative.
It's the biggest bust I've ever seen in the show's history.
100%. Biggest bust I have ever seen. That's...
Oh my God. Okay, Keith, next, let's get some positive energy in the air. We've got a new film coming from our guy, Ari Aster. Wrote and directed a new film, Ari Aster. He did this one called Eddington, which just had its premiere at the Cannes Film Festival. Very positively received, so much so that the film got a 5-minute standing ovation. And actually, the standing ovation, 5 minutes. Okay, first of all, people standing up there clapping for 5 minutes. Yay, woo, woo, Eddington, let's go. Joaquin Phoenix started crying during the standing O.
Damn.
Made him emotional.
Okay, I mean, that's saying a lot. I mean, how many other standing ovations has Joaquin Phoenix cried in? This is one of the greatest... No, dude. This is one of the greatest actors of all time. He's been in some of the greatest movies of all time.
It's true.
And he's crying from a standing ovation for an Ari Aster film?
Yeah.
God damn it. That makes me want to see it even more.
Yeah.
I love Joaquin. We all love Joaquin, that weird son of a gun.
Yeah, he's a weird son of a gun, isn't he? Okay, so the basic plotline premise here for Eddington is during the COVID-19 pandemic, a standoff between a small-town sheriff and a mayor sparks a powder keg as the neighborhood is pitted against... as neighbor is pitted against neighbor in Eddington.
Yes.
Okay. So film currently has a 67% on Rotten Tomatoes. That's only with 39 reviews counted, but it received a 5-minute standing O.
I heard the reviews are a little polarizing.
Okay.
Like Ari Aster's last film, Beau's Afraid.
Right. With Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah. Also with Joaquin Phoenix, them coming back, the duo, to make another film together. It looks like this is another, Beau's Afraid. It's, I guess the number one word to sum it up is like an anxiety-inducing film.
Yeah.
The whole film is just an anxiety attack. Basically just Joaquin Phoenix having an anxiety attack.
That sounds brutal.
And Ari Aster said he wrote this new film, Eddington, when COVID was going on, and just all of the anxieties and fears and just just with all of the
uncertainty
with that. Yes, yeah, and he wrote that. So he wrote this script based on that, and that's really all the information we have. We don't have too much else to work with. Here, hearing the reviews are polarizing, as they sometimes can be with Ari Aster films, especially if you go back to his short film, The Strange Thing About the Johnsons.
Sure.
But now I'm here for it, dude. Ari Aster is one of my favorite horror directors right now. I think Hereditary and Midsommar are both absolute gems. I love Beau is Afraid. I think The Strange Thing About the Johnsons is one of the best short films I've ever seen in my life. And I love everything this guy creates, and I am here for every bit of this, dude. And especially that Joaquin and Pedro Pascal and Emma Stone are all in the... Dude, the cast is absolutely loaded. They're going to bring their all. Ari Aster is going to bring his all. It's going to be a weird film.
Yes.
Possibly some very, maybe one weird scare in there, but it's probably just going to be a lot of weird things, just strange dialogue, and
for sure,
just strange events happening.
Now,
and you're just kind of questioning the whole film in itself. And you're questioning whether you even like it or not. But by the time it ends, you're like, that was weird as hell, but I liked it.
Keith, I can't wait to see the film. You're doing a great job covering what Eddington is, what it's all about, Ari Aster, all of that. But I'm actually more interested in the standing ovation.
Oh,
Keith.
My God, yes.
5-minute standing ovation.
Think
about this, people. Think about everyone standing up there clapping for 5 minutes straight, and everyone's just kind of looking around. Just 5 minutes of pure clapping. So it made me wonder all of the other films at Cannes that have gotten standing O. Because you sent me this, and you're like, wow, Eddington, standing O, great.
And I was so funny. And you telling me the context of what you're about to tell me makes it even funnier. Because when I saw this article, I was like, I genuinely had the genuine reaction. I was like, oh my God, Eddington, Ari Aster, 5-minute standing ovation. That's insane. They did it at Cannes. Oh my God, look at all these people clapping. Joaquin Phoenix is crying. 5 minutes, Kel. And then you immediately hit me back with that's actually not a lot.
Yeah,
it's actually not that good.
So
you told me you told me 5 minutes standing ovation wasn't good.
No.
I was like, what?
Let me take it away here.
I was like, what do you mean?
So at Cannes, pretty much every film gets a standing ovation. These French people, the Frenchies, they love to stand and clap for films.
French, you gotta love
every
the French.
Single fucking movie at the Cannes Film Festival gets a standing ovation. It's absurd. Furiosa, 6 minutes standing ovation. They asked after Chris Hemsworth and Anya Taylor-Joy what they thought, and they were like, yeah, the long applause. It was a bit awkward. Keith, Megalopolis, Francis Ford Coppola's movie, which is multiple Razzie nominee, considered one of the worst movies of the last decade. Keith, that got a 7-minute standing ovation. 7 minutes.
I guess that's not a good look for Eddington.
It's not. Okay, The Apprentice last year, Sebastian Stan, 8-minute standing ovation. Okay, Killers of the Flower Moon, Martin Scorsese, a couple years ago, 9-minute standing ovation. Wow. The Substance, 9-minute standing ovation. Horizon, an American Saga, the Kevin Costner Western, boy, was that a piece of shit. 10-minute standing ovation. Got a 10-minute standing ovation.
The shittier they get, the longer the standing ovation
Not necessarily. There's some outliers.
Oh my God, that was so shitty, yeah! Oh my God! Oh, that was awful. It was one of the worst things I've ever seen in my life. Oh, guys, come on, get up. We gotta clap even more. Let's go.
No, not necessarily.
They're celebrating the awfulness.
We had Carol years ago with Cate Blanchett, 10-minute standing ovation. Black Klansman, Spike Lee's movie, 10-minute standing ovation. Captain Fantastic, 10-minute standing ovation. Amelia Perez, 11-minute standing ovation. Inglourious Bastards, 11-minute standing ovation. The Best Picture winning The Artist, 12-minute standing ovation. Elvis with Austin Butler, 12-minute standing ovation. Bowling for Columbine, 13-minute standing ovation. We had, let's see what we got here. Here's Once Upon a Time in America, 15-minute standing ovation. The Paperboy, 15-minute standing ovation. The Neon Demon, 17-minute standing ovation. Mud with Matthew McConaughey, 18-minute standing ovation, Keith. 18 minutes. But Keith, that's not the record. 18 minutes, that's not the record.
That's insane.
The record for the longest standing ovation ever at Cannes was 22 minutes. A 22-minute standing ovation for none other than Guillermo del Toro's Pan's Labyrinth. Pan's Labyrinth got a 22-minute standing ovation.
I'm happy with that. I really am. I was going to guess 21 was the longest. But
why are we accepting these standing ovations, Keith? This is 22 minutes.
Pan's Labyrinth is a great film.
Keith, it's 20 fucking minutes.
I don't give a shit.
It's 20 minutes.
It deserves all 22.
A 5-minute standing ovation is outrageous. You know what happens when you go see a Broadway play and a fucking, I don't know, who comes, George Clooney comes out after doing a play or something? They give him like a 20-second standing ovation. 20 seconds. This is 22 minutes, Keith.
Clearly the French love the beautiful sound of clapping. They love the sound of clapping. They just love it. It sounds, here it is. Here's a little taste, a little sample size. They love that sound. It's one of the most beautiful sounds on the planet.
Absurd.
It is a symbol of respect and admiration.
Yeah.
When someone is clapping for you, appreciating you,
yeah,
showing that respect for you.
Yeah.
And screw it, why not, baby?
It's great.
Especially with Pans. Give me 17 more minutes of clapping. Because that movie,
let's go.
That movie's a hell of a
22-minute Pan's
It's extremely original.
Okay, we're not getting into Pans. We are not getting into Pans, Keith.
But my point is, I think it deserves it. 22 minutes.
That's not the point of this at all. The point is the French people over at Cannes, everything gets a standing ovation.
They love to clap.
And the fact that Eddington got a 5-minute, it doesn't mean jack shit, unfortunately. Yeah. It means nothing. Unfortunately. Because if it was absolutely terrible, would they be booing? Sure. But I just listed some movies that I thought were absolutely terrible, and they got 10-minute standing ovations. So the point here is that this 5-minute thing, it was just funny that you sent, it was like, oh my God, this is amazing. I was like, Keith, actually, every movie there gets a standing O, and it's actually kind of short for one of theirs.
That's great.
So it's just kind of a funny thing there. We're not getting into Pans another time, okay? That'll take like an hour. We're not doing Pans Labyrinth.
Such a great film.
It's a great movie.
Dude,
okay.
Remember that guy?
No, we're not doing it.
He's got the...
Keith, we're not doing it.
He's got the hands
next,
and he's
Keith,
got like eyes on his hands.
Next, Keith.
Such a creative horror villain. It's one of the most creative horror villains I've ever seen in any movie. Shout out to Guillermo del Toro. Love that guy. Okay.
All right. Next, we've got... A giant bird was on the red carpet for the Cannes premiere of Die My Love, starring Robert Pattinson and Jennifer Lawrence.
This is my favorite story of the week.
There was a giant bird.
Why is that bird there? Who's the bird? What are they doing there? What's up with this elaborate costume? It low-key looks fire. I kind of want to wear it.
Oh my God.
But who's the damn bird? And why the hell is there a giant bird at the premiere of a film? Who's bringing the bird there? Who's that bird? I want to know who that bird is. It's a bird disguised as a human. They have a human shape, but their head is a bird. And you just see it for the first time, and you're just like, huh. It's like, okay, there's Robert Pattinson, and there's a bird next to him.
I have no idea.
Yeah, it just kind of makes you wonder, what the hell is that bird doing there?
So the film Die My Love just premiered at Cannes, and there is currently a bidding war on this film. Studios are trying to bid...
I thought you were going to say there's a bidding war for the bird.
No, not the damn bird. Who is the bird? Okay. Keith,
I'd bid for the bird.
I would bid for the bird, too. He looks great.
That thing looks sick.
There's a bidding war going on for the film. The film has got a lot of buzz. I hear it's very sensual, very sexual as well.
Oh, wow.
Here it's, quite powerful. And the director, Lynn Ramsey, she's done some very good films. I actually saw one before you were never really here with Joaquin Phoenix. I saw it with friend of the show, Danny Balderas. We saw the film, and we loved it. It was really good. She did another one called We Need to Talk About Kevin.
Oh, dude, nice.
Yeah, so she did that, Lynn Ramsey. So she makes some strange films, really powerful, good stuff.
We need to talk about Kevin. It's a while.
Die My Love is this new one. Lynn Ramsey's latest with Jennifer Lawrence, Robert Pattinson.
Die My Love.
88% right now on the Rotten Tomatoes score with 25 reviews. This one I am looking forward to. The bidding war. When there's a bidding war going on, that's a good sign. Because all the studios are going, ooh, we like that. Oh, we like that. Oh, let's get it. Let's get it. We think this could be something. Yeah. So this is something to keep our eye on. The bird was shocking and weird. It's a boom overall, obviously. I think for the two of us, we like the bird.
Oh, totally.
It's absurd.
I mean, it definitely attracts your attention. Yeah. For sure, dude.
Yeah.
I gotta say, I love the title. It says Die My Love.
Mm-hmm.
Die My Love is the title.
Yep.
I can't help but think and correlate the fact that she also directed We Need to Talk About Kevin, and that is really about a mother hating her child so much so that she potentially wants to off him.
Wow. Yeah. She makes some weird, wild films. They are powerful stuff.
Yeah.
So
you know,
Ramsey, we'll keep our eye.
Die My Love. You know, it's like, geez, what
could be something in there, right?
You know, you love each other, but
yeah, could be something in there.
Someone's trying to kill.
All right, Keith, let's pick up the pace. Here we go. We've got another one here. It is Bring Her Back. This is the new horror film from the Talk to Me directors. They were originally YouTubers, right? What was the name of their channel, Keith?
Yeah. Oh, geez. I am not sure about their YouTube channel, but I know they were famous YouTubers. The how do you pronounce their last name?
Philippou.
The Philippou brothers.
Philippou.
They did Talk to Me. That was absolute
Raka YouTube channel.
Raka. That's right. They would make such fun videos, you know, poking fun at Ronald McDonald. Their Ronald McDonald videos are so unhinged. They have a bunch of Ronald McDonald videos where, like, one of the brothers is dressed up as Ron, and he goes into, like, a chicken shop because, like, you know, McDonald's is rivals with, like, the chicken shop across the street, and he, like, really hates their guts, you know, because they're always competing. Yeah. He just walks in with a gun and just starts shooting up the place, dude.
Jeez. See, out of context, that doesn't sound funny at all. Yeah, that sounds really awful.
Yeah.
And you just smiling about it? You're a sick fuck.
Yeah, it probably does make me a sick fuck.
You're a sick fuck.
Well, you know, it's not funny. It's obviously lost its humor, but it was one of those like
back in the day.
They were popular back in the 2000s.
Yes,
like before like 2010. And it was just one of those silly comedy videos.
No, I know
sketches.
But
you know, all that.
Yeah, no, I know. But Keith, this one is the Bring Her Back. Yes. It's their new horror film. It's got a 94% right now on Rotten Tomatoes. Quote, one of the most emotional and gruesome practical gore elements in a horror film that only few movies can achieve. So the Talk to Me directors are back. They were YouTubers. They famously did some Ronald McDonald sketches that were funny way back in the day. But now they're getting into horror. It's the Talk to Me guys. Bring Her Back. Positive buzz on the film, 94%. Keith, boom, obviously.
Oh, definitely
but
boom.
What are you thinking about this film? Expectation level? You know, where are we with all this?
My expectations are incredibly high. They were high. They're honestly even higher now with the reviews. They were high because we all clearly saw that these two brothers can make a very scary horror film. They did that with Talk to Me. Mm-hmm. It was entertaining, gruesome, funny, had great humor. Very scary horror movie.
Yeah, it was.
Had some good scares in that one. And, you know, watching them follow it up, you know, it's, you know, your expectations are already kind of high because Talk to Me was that good.
Yeah.
And the fact that this new film got 94%, geez, man, they hit it out of the park again. I mean, good for them.
Now it's early.
Yeah, no, it is early. It is early, but I assume that this is going to be another good one. To say it's going to be better than Talk to Me, I don't know. Let's not compare them. I think they're both going to be great horror movies, and I cannot be more excited about this pair of brothers entering the horror genre right now. I think
this is coming up May 30th.
They're a big reason, you know, why this genre is getting rejuvenated right now. You know, and they're keeping it going. We love to see that. And the fact that this is one of the, quote, most emotional horror movies, dude, you gotta love that. You gotta love good emotion in a horror movie. If a horror movie can make you cry, like Mike Flanagan can do a lot in his horror movies, there's nothing better, dude. I mean, those are like complete opposite emotions. You're getting scared, then you're somehow gonna cry like later on watching the same thing. That's a really impressive feat for a film to do, to make you feel both those emotions. And they actually did a little bit. They did a little bit of that in Talk to Me.
Right.
Talk to Me with her losing her mother. You know, her relationship with her mom and how she's always trying to talk to her. And there was some good emotion in that one. I don't want to say I cried or anything like that, but I felt the emotion there. And to hear that this new movie is potentially even more emotional and arguably just as scary, I'm here for every bit of it.
Nice. Keith, now it is time for our rapid fire frenzy. That's the RFF. Keith, we've got some stories. Give me, I'll limit you to 2 sentences and don't go over. The last time I made you do this, you were like, well, I think, and it was like, Keith, I literally just wanted you to say, solid, good, next. And you went, well, you know, actually, it reminded me of and I was like, Keith, I literally just introed you. So, Keith, without any further ado, it's the rapid fire frenzy.
I like talking.
I know, I love it when you talk, but guys, we're going long. Okay, it's the rapid fire frenzy, Keith. It's RFF. Eli Roth is, quote, he is saying that this is his most insane film yet. He's doing an Ice Cream Man remake. Keith, 2 sentences. Eli Roth, Ice Cream Man remake. He says, most insane film yet.
I want the ice cream. Give it to me now. Yeah, the fact that this was a great kind of infamous horror movie about an ice cream man who's going around killing people in his ice cream truck. He just goes on a killing spree. The fact that Eli Roth has taken over this movie and he's the one who's saying it's his most insane yet. I'm all here for that. I really want to see that film. It's gonna be fun, gory, exciting.
Nice. Next, we've got a new horror movie starring Brie Larson from the director of Strange Darling and written by No One Will Save You guy. Oh, okay.
Yes.
That's what you wrote to me. So the guy who wrote No One Will Save You, that was the Hulu horror film, and then directed by the guy who did Strange Darling. The plot, the mother is hiding a disturbing secret from her son about her true nature. Brie Larson starring in that. Keith, new horror, Brie Larson.
Boom. What's the secret, Brie? We want to know.
We want to know.
Come on, Brie. Let it out. Let us know. I want to see it. Strange Darling, great horror movie.
Loved it.
No One Will Save You, great horror movie.
Didn't see it.
The fact that they got the writer from No One Will Save You and the director, right?
Yep.
From
Director.
Strange Darling. Yep. And they got Brie Larson.
Talent.
And the premise sounds this good.
Yes.
I think it's going to be a great horror movie. I'm here for it.
I'm here for this big time because I want to see Brie Larson in a horror movie. I love when Brie Larson gets to do some acting. She's an Academy Award winner, always delivers a strong performance. Can't wait to see it. Keith, next, it's the Fantastic Four Funkos. I'll talk about this because you sent me that. So, Fantastic Four
Funkos,
released their
baby.
Funko Pops. We've got quite a few back there.
Funkos.
It was cool. My favorite from the drop was actually The Thing. I liked seeing The Thing up there. It was nice. Yeah, it was good.
You're a big fan of The Thing.
I like The Thing. It's good. I like his storyline.
I think that's probably my favorite Funko too.
Nice.
Yeah. I mean, he's
cool.
such a unique looking guy. You would love to get a Funko of the Thing.
Yeah,
it's so
cool.
fun. Just like you would love to get a Funko of the Hulk.
Yeah,
it's like
cool.
so unique. It's so fun. Like that's kind of what Funkos are for, right?
Get a unique, fun one.
Yeah, just get like a fun character.
Nice.
Yeah, you gotta love that.
Okay, Keith. Next, we've got Ray Fiennes cast as President Snow in the new Hunger Games film. Sounds like the casting department is going crazy over there. Ray Fiennes, President Snow. What do you think?
Boom for me. Never seen the franchise, never read the books, but I do love.
Seen any of them?
No, I haven't, bro. Yeah,
second one is my favorite. It's really good.
Jennifer Lawrence, shout out.
Yeah, second one's really good.
I love the concept of the Hunger Games. Just because I don't know, I haven't read the books or I haven't seen the films, doesn't mean I don't know the concept.
Yep,
I'm aware of it. I love it, and I'm here for the fact that a great, well-established actor like Ray Fiennes is
joining the franchise.
Joining the franchise right now. That's
boom.
A big boom. Yeah.
All right, that's our fast rapid fire frenzy. That was 4 stories. Boom, 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 boom. That is it.
Was I too long for you?
No, that was good. That was really good.
Okay.
Keith, now it's time for our cuts or our highlight of the week.
Oh, geez.
Keith, we are running long, but we want to talk about the big Final D. Final Destination. Let me get one of these. It's on top of the world.
Final D.
And one of these. Because it made so much money. Keith, it's Final Destination
D.
Bloodlines. We saw the film on Monday. Last night. It's Tuesday night that we're recording this.
It's not the first D, it's the final D.
Final D. Final Destination Bloodlines, Keith. We talked earlier about the film, and I think I'll kick us off here.
You take it from here.
It was I thought that the movie, my experience was great.
Oh, God.
My experience was great. It was so much fun. You said it nice earlier
really
that
was.
this felt like a early 2000s horror, back of like a return to form where we're just in there to really have some fun. It was a crowd pleaser. Tons of big moments. I wouldn't say that the movie was... it's a horror movie, but it wasn't scary. It wasn't scary. It wasn't designed to be scary.
Yeah.
It's designed to be gross, but that's not what we go to the Final Destination movies for. It's this kind of, push and pull of the expectation that we were mentioning earlier with the teasing of the kills. Some of the things in the film that really... They edge you. They really do. They're edging you, buddy. Oh, man. Some of the things that worked really well, I thought that the overall plot and premise was smart. Yeah. I thought it was a smart story and a smart idea. I just thought that it was super creative about, how you could probably have a better description of it than I do about the overall familial aspect and how death is coming back. Essentially, they have cheated death. There's a premonition. Excuse me. This is going to be some spoilery detail. Spoiler detail. If you would not like to hear any spoilers about Final Destination, fast forward to the last 2 minutes of the episode to catch our bold statements of the day. Okay, so you've been warned. Spoiler detail. Now we're getting into it. Final Destination. Boom. So there's a premonition at the beginning of the film with the Space Needle. The grandma Iris, right? She has this premonition where the Space Needle is going to collapse and all these deaths are going to happen, and she basically stops that from happening, saves a ton of lives, and because of that, she has cheated death.
Yes.
And now death is coming back to wreak havoc on all of the lives and her family, all of the lives that she saved, and her family and her familial line. Yeah. That is a cool premise.
Oh yeah, the concept,
very cool, very creative.
The concept is absolutely insane. So well thought out. You know, you're just thankful that it took him 14 years to get to this point. You know, but yeah, like all the previous Final Destinations, they all have a premonition, like we stated before. Every single Final Destination starts off with an event, whether it's a NASCAR race, airplane flight, roller coaster ride, a date night on the Space Needle, and that, it's about an event that goes horribly wrong. Everyone dies, but it's just a premonition.
Right.
The lead actor or actress, it's just a premonition. They see everyone die, but none of it actually happens. And then the whole story that follows is them trying to stop the deaths from happening in the order that they happen in the premonition.
Yep.
And so this new movie, it takes that concept and it runs with it pretty far, and it does a great job at it. So the lead actress, she sees the premonition of everyone dying on the Space Needle. It's so great. They're all jumping up and down in the Space Needle. They're all dancing. There's a dance party going on. It's a dinner date. It's a restaurant up there on the Space Needle,
right.
But they also have a live band, and at one point everyone is dancing to the song "Shout," or is that the title of the song? I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Twist and Shout.
Oh.
No,
what?
shout.
Make
shout.
me want to stand up and shout.
Yeah.
Shout.
That's right.
Stand up and shout. Right. So they're all dancing, they're jumping up and down, and on this glass floor to that song.
Yeah.
And
bad idea.
Whoop-de-doo, the glass breaks, everyone dies.
Yeah.
And she sees that premonition, and she tries to stop it from happening, and she does stop it from happening. She sees the premonition, and then she actually stops the real-life event from happening. She saves everyone's lives. She saves hundreds of people's lives that night, and that causes a problem. That causes a problem because what happens is all of those people that survived, they cheated death. They were supposed to die They were supposed to die that night. They were not supposed to live. So now death is coming back for them. Well, the problem with that is so many people lived. Like I said, she saved hundreds and hundreds of lives that were supposed to die that night. They should not be alive. And so what happens is all those people carried on and lived their lives and went on to have children and grandchildren. And so it just continued and continued. And so the story that we follow here, we follow a random family of like one of the survivors who had children and had grandchildren and who survived that night, and we're following the lives of their children and grandchildren,
right? Because
they shouldn't be alive,
right?
Because the person who survived that night shouldn't even be alive themselves.
Cheated death.
So death is not only coming back for all of those hundreds of people that survived that night because they should have died, but death is also coming back for all of their children and grandchildren. Because if the person who survived that night shouldn't be alive, then neither should their kids. They shouldn't be alive either. So the whole concept of death coming back for the family lineages,
right.
I love that concept.
Yeah, it's a great concept.
Good, dude.
Yeah,
so original.
Yeah,
right?
It's really good.
Yeah, really capitalizing off of the Final Destination concept itself, the premonition concept itself. Like, what would happen if you did save countless lives, like way more lives than like death could catch up to? Like, because it takes a while for death to catch up and kill somebody. It does take a while. Sometimes you think it's going to happen, then death doesn't get you right away.
Yeah.
You dodge it. So hundreds of people, they're all dodging it.
Yeah.
And they're all going to live on, have kids, and then, so we're following a random family of someone who survived that night.
Yeah, so
shouldn't be alive.
That's the basic plotline premise. So that's a good, big, wide kind of explanation of it. Now, I don't think it's going to be beneficial to like break down kills or anything, and that's not what we're here to do. I think that when I was talking to actually a friend of the show, Troy Madera, friend of the show,
Troy.
Hey, Troy, what's up, dude?
Guy's hell of a fantasy football player.
Yeah, he really is.
So is Cole. Jeez, both those guys.
Okay, so they really love when we get into our opinions on the film. So I thought that the film worked because of the fun aspects of it and the characters. But you and I both said that the characters had a nice arc. They really did.
Oh,
There's a brother-sister relationship that starts in one area and ends in another area,
The beginning of the relationship, the brother, hates the sister. He doesn't even want to talk to her. The sister's coming back from her college town, trying to, rekindle with him in a way, and he's just, kind of she's been gone for so long. He's made all these new relationships and friendships, and he kind of doesn't even care about her anymore in a way. And by the end of the film, they are tighter than any brother and sister that you can imagine.
Yeah.
And the character arc with that is wonderful to see.
Yeah, no, it's great. So the characters really worked well for me. I thought the idea of the story was great. The kills are super, super fun.
That's what you're watching the film for,
very
right?
inventive,
You're watching it for the
very,
kills.
very creative. Yeah. Like we talked before, how we were expecting them to get Looney Tune-esque. They do.
Yes.
They really go there. The effects I thought were really good.
Oh my God,
gross,
they were so
really
good.
disgusting in parts. Made me squirm, made me, shriek, made me laugh. I was laughing at some of these kills. The humor works really well. For me, I thought that the movie itself was pretty good. My experience was great.
Oh, yeah.
If I had to give the movie, for me, a score out of 5, I'd probably go 3.75. Okay. I wouldn't say that the movie was a great horror movie, but for what it set out to do, yes, it was great. But for me, at a base level of just comparing movie to movie, I would give it 3.75. I thought it was a pretty good time. Great time, pretty good movie. There's obviously some dialogue that is it got a little cheese on it, got a little cheese factor, but it's great, but that's part of it. That's part of it. It's part of the character. It's part of the whole thing.
I actually like how they threw that in there.
I do too.
The cheesy lines.
I do too.
That's what we know the franchise for.
Yes,
I
agree.
We know it as a cheesy horror franchise that gives us great, entertaining kills.
Mm-hmm.
And it hit all of that on all of the marks, and I think it gave us even more. With great character arcs that we've never seen before.
True.
We've never seen a character arc this good in a Final Destination film, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So that was great to see.
Yeah, I think, and really strong direction. I think the movie to me always had, like we said, it flew by. It was paced very well.
I felt like I was in there for less than an hour.
Yeah, and it was a perfect length. It was hour 50, hour 45, something like that. It was a really good length, paced very well. Every scene kind of built into the next one, and when they didn't, it was to kind of have fun. There was never a scene that would kind of beat me over the head with emotion or anything. No, every scene was in there to either serve me as an audience member, to entertain. I always felt like the directors really had a purpose. They knew what they were building towards. They told a nice story. I really enjoyed it. Characters worked, but some of the I think the own kind of tropes of it probably just for me weigh it down. It's just I wouldn't grade this the same as a talk to me. I would say that was great. That would be a 4 out of 5 for me. Okay. But this, just a random comparison I'm doing there. That's this would be a 3.75 out of film. But my experience seeing this, far better than my experience seeing Talk to Me, just because it's so much fun. It's so fun, I mean, so you could argue, maybe should my score be a little higher?
Yeah, bro. I mean, we've both seen both films, Talk to Me and Final Destination 6. I think they're honestly on par with each other.
Really?
I thought this film was that good.
Yeah.
4 or a 4.25 for me.
Wow. Big.
I love that every single Final Destination starts off with an absolute bang.
Yes.
It starts you off with the premonition event.
Yes.
You're at a fun event. A bunch of people are going to die, but you're like, how? How is everyone going to go right now?
Yeah.
And it's so good. It builds so well, and it edges you so well. You think they're going to die this way, they die another way.
Yes.
Subvert your expectations in such a brilliant way. And I love how they paid homage to the franchise itself. Mm-hmm. And they, one scene we saw a logging truck. We all saw them get hit by a logging truck. That was in, I think, Final Destination 2. And then the ending scene.
I know we gave a spoiler warning, but if you're still with us, spoiler. Okay, Keith, go ahead.
A couple people die from logs. So.
Yeah. Another log death.
I won't say who.
Another log death.
I'll just give you a hint. You know how every Final Destination film ends? If you know Final Destination, you'll know what I'm talking about. You think they made it out safe. And, death is still hanging around.
Death always hangs around.
Death is still hanging around.
Yeah, it always hangs around.
I want to briefly touch on the MRI kill, man.
Yeah.
I thought the MRI kill was so incredibly creative.
Yeah,
that's
very
something
creative.
we all fear. This big unknown machine
Yes.
that has a ton of electric power.
So much power.
That can truly, like, it's one of those machines that, like, you know, if something goes wrong, it's going to go south incredibly fast.
Yes.
And that's exactly what happens in the film.
Yep.
They accidentally turn on the MRI to like the full power.
Level 11.
And if you know if you know your MRI lore, you you would know that you can't have any metal in there.
Uh-oh. Oh boy.
One of the guys in there, he's a tattoo artist, and he has a lot of piercings on him.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, you don't want metal on you when you're in a MRI room with it turned up to full blast.
Yeah.
And this guy basically has piercings on every part of his body.
Yeah.
So you can see where, you know, that direction
where that
goes
goes,
there.
yeah.
And it's not just the piercings that that come off or come out of them. It's a lot of other stuff too.
Oh yeah.
And
It's bad.
yeah.
It's real bad.
I mean, yeah. We'll just say it. Yeah. I mean, he gets sucked all the way to the front of the MRI.
Yeah.
And literally the power of the MRI device sucks out his intestines, basically.
Jesus.
It sucks out his intestines into the machine. So first he loses his nose ring, he loses his earrings, he loses his nipple rings, he loses his belly button ring. He's got a ring on his
He's got a cock
He's got a ring on his dong.
Yeah, he's got a cock
Loses that ring. Oh my god! And you see it, and you're just like, oh, I bet you can feel how painful that is, you know, without even seeing it.
Yep.
But then it gets his whole body.
Yeah.
And his whole body is pressed up against the machine, and the power of the machine slowly sucks out his insides.
Yeah, it's not
and
good.
basically crushes him, and he kind of becomes one with the machine at the end of the death.
Yeah, it's not good.
It's not a good death.
No.
Yeah. Then that other death where the girl got.
Trash compactor?
Oh, the trash
compactor.
The
that one
trash
gotcha.
truck. Yeah, she ends
compactor
up in
gotcha.
the back of a trash truck, and
You know where that goes.
yeah,
It's bad.
yeah.
It's rough.
And then there's an elevator one where he gets stuck in the elevator.
The elevator one.
The elevator goes up.
Oh,
when
yeah.
he's when he's jammed in
He's
between
jammed
the
in
doors,
between.
and then the elevator goes up, and
there he goes.
You know what it's about.
Yeah, Keith, before we saw the movie, you gave me the prediction of the death count. I said plus or minus 30. I said plus. You thought I was crazy. You said plus or minus 15.
That was a great,
you went plus 15, but sub 30. I was correct.
That was a great prediction.
Plus 30.
It was,
There was a group scene.
It was a group scene. It was the first scene, and I should have thought of that because
There'd be
every
a
Final
group scene.
Destination has a big group death scene.
Yeah,
and
there's always
that's
a group
that's
scene.
the premonition that the lead
Yeah,
actor has every time. I should have thought of that. I don't know why I didn't think
That's
of that.
all
But
right.
yeah, a lot of deaths in this film. A lot of creative, original deaths.
Yeah.
That's what we're watching these films for. We're watching them for the the deaths, the teasing of it, the edging of it. How are they going to die?
Yep.
And they are very creative with it, very original with it,
Yep.
giving us new ways people can die and still entertaining the hell out of us when they do it, however they do it. And aside from the deaths and the character arcs, this is just a really great, fun horror movie to watch.
Yes.
It'll make you smile, it'll make you laugh. It'll have you on the edge of your seat,
Right.
with all the teasing and all the edging.
Yeah.
That really that concept of Final D has you on the edge of your seat the entire movie.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that they tease you with each death, you don't know when it's coming. They tease. That concept keeps you on the edge of your seat the entire time, and I think that's why we felt like it was less than an hour in the theater.
That's right.
It makes the pacing of the movie move so quick.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that they can kind of just get you hooked like that.
Yep.
And yeah, it's so impressed with the film, and yeah, very happy. It's as successful as it is right now.
And the surprising amount of emotional core as well. That, like you said, different from the past Final Ds that I think rises this one above.
Would you say that like my expectations were high? It actually exceeded my expectations, which I'm very happy about. And the deaths also, the deaths. If you're a Final D fan, your expectations are high, especially for that. And I thought they lived up to it at least. What was your favorite kill?
Gosh, my favorite kill in the film. I did the trash compactor one is very memorable to me because
it's a brutal one.
It's one of those things where in like any other movie, they would cut away. But literally, you just they're like, oh no, we're gonna cut too.
Oh yeah.
Like we're not gonna cut away. We're gonna cut too, and you're gonna watch
you
this, and then you see it, and you're like,
head
oh my
get crushed. You literally see her full on face
like
get
a
crushed
fucking
by the trash
gumball
compactor.
in your mouth.
Yeah.
Like,
oh yeah. Oh,
you're like, what?
Yeah, dude. I know it like diagonally splits her head in half.
That one got me.
The fact that how she ends up in the trash compactor
that was absurd.
That's very funny.
Yeah, funny.
She's on like a nice old jog on the sidewalk.
Yeah.
She gets kicked in the head by a soccer ball, falls into the trash can, and then the trash driver is there, and he picks up the trash can and accidentally throws her in the trash compactor.
That's so Looney Tunes. It's so like Bugs Bunny was like joking.
Same with the MRI kill though. Like,
yeah.
That's what makes the movie fun.
Yeah.
The fact that all these kills are Looney Tunes-esque.
Yeah.
That's a great word for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so fun, man.
Yeah. So right now my score out of 5, 3.75 my experience. God, with you. How could it be any better? It was great. God,
it's a fun time.
I'm going 3.75 out of 5. Got to think about it some more. How will I remember it? All those sorts of things. I thought my experience was better than the overall movie, but I still thought the movie was pretty damn good. Yeah. Keith, you're going higher on it. You mentioned you're in the 4 realm.
4 for me, at least a 4, and best movie of the franchise.
Yep. I would agree with that.
Go out and see it, man.
Yeah, go out and see it.
It's a fun horror movie.
Yeah, definitely. Keith, that closes out our cuts or our highlight of the week. That's Final Destination Bloodlines. Had some fun chatting about that one with you. Now it's time for the BSOTD bold statement of the day. It is the bold statement of the day, Keith. I've got one for you. Guess what, my friend? We're talking underrated comedies today, and I've got one for you. An underrated comedy that the numbers don't make sense, guys. It's got a low score on Rotten Tomatoes, both critic-wise and audience-wise. Where's the love for Hall Pass? Hall Pass with Jason Sudeikis and Owen Wilson. What a funny movie. Really funny. Base premise, these guys think that they're all kind of, hot shots. They're kind of bored in their love lives, so they get a hall pass from their wives, and they go out and they go and try and have this hall pass.
One week of free dating.
Right. And they
you still get to stay in your committed relationship with your significant other.
Yeah.
Just give you one hall pass. It's a 1 week hall pass. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
And what they do with this time is questionable.
It's very questionable.
Night 1, they spend it at Applebee's the entire night.
Just pigging out.
That is day 1. Day 1 is only Applebee's. And them just severely failing to pick up girls.
I think day 2 they're at Chili's. Like I think they end up at Chili's in like triple dipper combos and shit.
Right, bro. And dude, after like it's so funny. They're all like, "Oh yeah, no, we all got this hall pass. Let's get a great meal in us, and then we'll be ready to go, guys." They finish the meal. They're all dead.
Yeah.
They're all like They're all like, "Oh my god." Oh yeah. They're like, "Oh yeah, it's 9 p.m. I think I'm gonna go home and crash."
Yeah,
man.
I've had enough, man.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go watch some Jeopardy and call it a night. But bro, can we talk about Jason Sudeikis' pickup lines?
Yeah.
Excuse me, miss. How much does a polar bear weigh? How much? Enough to break the ice. Keith Vogt, nice to meet you.
How about when he goes, "Hey, are you from Ireland? Why?" "Well, every time I see you, my penis is doubling."
It's so great. It's so great.
And then she's like, "What?" And he's like, "Oh, because when I see you, my penis is doubling in size." It's like, you idiot. "Hi, does it smell like chloroform?" "No, I'm just kidding. It's nice to meet you." It's like, what? It's like
so absurd, bro.
So absurd. No, it's a funny movie. It's an underrated one. It's directed by the Farrelly brothers, who famously did Dumb and Dumber, Me, Myself, and Irene. Tons of other comedies. There's Something About Mary. Tons of them.
Wow.
So they did Hall Pass back in 2011. It was one of I think it was like Jason Sudeikis' first big like studio comedy, like first big movie he was in. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, 2011. But it's underrated, man. It's funny. If you haven't seen it, check it out.
Yeah, so funny,
it's really funny. I like that one a lot. Lots of fun.
That'll give you a great laugh no matter what, dude.
Big
you
laughs.
love the scene where he falls asleep in the hot tub.
Oh my God. When Owen Wilson falls asleep in a hot tub and he can't move, so when he wakes up, his muscles they're so relaxed, he has no movement, so he's screaming for help. And then these naked guys come in, and it's this black guy with like the biggest penis you've ever seen in your life, and then this Irish guy with the smallest penis you've ever seen in your life.
Total opposite sides of the spectrum.
Their penises are just hanging out, helping Owen, and Owen Wilson is right in between the penises.
One is just absurdly large, and the other is just absurdly small. And you're just you got Owen Wilson in between both of them, and he's just looking he's looking to his right, and then he's looking to his left, and then he's looking to his right again, and back to the left, and he's just like. It's just like, oh my god! What have I gotten myself into?
Yeah, this is a pickup.
I really shouldn't have fallen asleep in this hot tub, dude. got two naked guys trying to help me. That's the only help I have. Which one do I go with? The big penis or the small penis?
That's so good. It's funny. That's All Pass, man. If you haven't seen it, that's an underrated comedy. Check it out. Keith, it's time for your bold statement of the day. The BSOTD. Hopes, dreams, thoughts, feelings, aspirations, all of it packed up in one. A tight little present bow gift. You have it for us. Keith, what do you have here?
I'll keep it quick.
What do you got?
I guess one of the best shows to get canceled is Castle Rock. I think Castle Rock is an incredibly engaging mystery thriller that weaves all of Stephen King's stories together in one show. And if you're a Stephen King fan, I don't even care that it got canceled, bro. You gotta watch this show, especially season 1. For the sheer mystery of it, dude. The pilot of this first episode, of this season, is absolutely great. And also the cast. Okay, well, first off, let me talk about the cast.
Yep.
And I know it said, it weaves all of his stories together.
Yes.
So you have Sissy Spacek in the show.
Oh.
Who is Carrie. She's the original Carrie in the film Carrie. And you have, in season 2, you have Tim Robbins.
Oh, love
who was in Shawshank Redemption.
Yes.
And you have and then season 2 also touches on Annie from Misery.
Oh, okay.
We get a prequel of Annie from Misery. It's it's before the events of Misery happened. Okay. So that's season 2, but I'm actually talking about season 1. I'm just trying to tell you how much Stephen King lore they have in this show and how they weave it all together and how it's just so great.
Yes.
Like I think Jack Torrance's granddaughter is in the show. Okay. Like it's so fun. Like the little shining nugget right there. They get a little Salem's Lot action in there.
You got another actor in there you missed from Stephen King.
I did, dude. I think he's in season 1.
Well, I'm reading here. We got Bill Skarsgård in this picture.
Yeah, thank you. That's what I was getting to.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry. So we got Bill Skarsgård in this. He makes the show, and the mystery is revolving around him. So Shawshank, it takes place in Shawshank Prison. Yeah, dude, it's so fascinating, bro. I think you'd be a big fan, even though it got canceled. I think a lot of people would. Genuinely, such an engaging mystery thriller. So it starts off, a kid goes missing. This is not like the main piece of context, but you do kind of need it. So a kid goes missing. His name is Henry Deaver, and he's like missing for like 11 days. And then like this the police are out there looking for him. It's the opening scene of the show, and they hear this like weird noise coming from the forest, and then the noise stops. It's like a loud noise, like just like a screech. And this kid's been missing for 11 days, and the second the noise stops, the police officer, he looks out. He's in the forest right now. He looks out onto the frozen lake. The kid's there on the lake.
Oh.
And he's just like, what? He's like, Henry. And then he starts running to him. That's how the show opens.
Wow.
Later on, the warden of Shawshank Redemption, he offs himself.
Oh.
He kills himself.
Okay.
And everyone's like, why did he kill himself?
Yeah.
He was making like 7 figures. He had a great pension. Oh, no, he was doing great, bro. He was doing absolutely great. They're genuinely wondering, why did he kill himself? And so they have a new warden at Shawshank, and they're trying to figure out why the warden killed himself. The warden's trying to, get her feel for the whole, being the new warden at Shawshank.
Yeah.
And she finds out that the old warden who killed himself left a certain section of the prison blocked off for 30 straight years.
Oh.
A section of the prison blocked off for 30 straight years, and the new warden's like, okay, why was that section blocked off? So they explore the section that's blocked off in the prison, the officers there, and they eventually make their way down. They make their way down into another section of the prison. It goes deeper down. They have to climb down like a ladder to get into this like a deeper cell within this prison. So they go into the place that's been untouched for 30 plus years. They go down this ladder into like a deeper part, like a deeper cell that's still within the prison. And in that little hole or cell or whatever you want to call it, they find a pack of cigarettes, they find an empty chair, and they find a cage. And he shines his flashlight on the cage, and he sees 2 eyes in the cage.
Wow.
These 2 eyes are looking at him, and he shines his light on the face, It's Bill Skarsgård in the cage, stuck down in that cellar in the Shawshank prison.
Wow.
And you later on find out, because the cigarette butts, you know how I said they found cigarettes down there on the chair? The warden, the old warden, he was a big cigarette smoker. He was the one holding them down there.
Jesus.
The warden found out about this unknown kid and kept him down in a cage, unknown to anyone, for 30 plus years, and didn't tell a single soul.
Jesus.
And then he killed himself.
Jesus.
What's going on? What's going on here?
They've got me hooked.
So they get Bill Skarsgård out. He doesn't say a single word. He doesn't say a single word the entire time. You know, the only word he says, they keep trying to ask him anything. Who are you? Where are you from? What are you doing here? Who are you? What is your name? He hasn't said a single word until he says 2 words. Henry Deaver. The boy who went missing.
Oh.
He says those 2 words. Those are the only words he says. He just says Henry Deaver, and that's it. You still don't know a single thing about this boy. And so they keep him locked up in the prison, and how the episode ends is one of the prison guards, he's watching all the security cameras. He sees Bill Skarsgård walking down one of the hallways with a bunch of dead bodies behind him.
Jesus Christ.
And Bill Skarsgård's looking straight at him in the camera with those dead eyes that he has. And he doesn't say a word. He just walks off. And by the end of the pilot, you were just wondering, who the hell is this boy?
Yeah.
And why were they keeping him down there for that long?
Yeah.
Why isn't he talking? Who is this boy? What's going on?
A lot of questions here.
Why isn't he speaking? Who is he?
A lot of questions here.
And I've seen the show, but I don't want to spoil it. And God, it gets so good. It gets so good. Just watch season 1 and you'll love it. I guarantee it. And you'll just be even more disappointed that they canceled the show, too, because it's like, what the hell?
Good pitch here, Keith. I do want to tell you, before you said that, you said, I'll keep it short. Keith, that was like 10 minutes.
I know.
That was 10 minutes, Keith.
I'm sorry, dude.
What happened?
I'm really passionate about the show. I really
the self-awareness.
I know. Yeah.
What's going on?
Well, I mean,
what's happening?
Yeah, I tried to keep it short, but
it's a walkthrough of the whole pilot. I liked it. It was a good pitch, but I just want to remind you. You said this is how you started. I'll keep it short.
I know.
You didn't keep it short.
I know.
You didn't.
I know. I wanted to do justice to the show. I think I did. I hope I did.
Let's see what Cole thinks. Okay. Let's see if he did justice.
Okay.
Because I'm telling you, I think the feedback that I received is that they want more opinion, less fact. Less like, oh, this is what happened in this, Okay. They want your opinion.
Okay.
Why
fair
did
enough.
you love it?
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I love explaining a good story.
Oh, yeah. Your storytelling got me. It was great.
Giving a hook.
The pitch was great.
Hooking the audience.
The pitch was great. I'm just telling you, this is what friend of the show, Troy Madera, said. That was feedback.
Okay. Oh,
live feedback.
Big Troy.
Let's
go.
Good guy. Good fantasy player. Oh, yeah. Okay, Keith, we're running long. That was our bold statements of the day.
Are we like over 2 hours?
We're at 2 hours.
Oh, my God.
Okay, bold statements of the day. That was them. Keith, that is the show that should not have been canceled. That is Castle Rock. We had a underrated comedy for me. That is Hall Pass. We went over it all today. Keith, we've got to close this out. I'm not even going to ask you how you're feeling unless you have something immediately for me. My name's Kellen. I'm your host. It's Kellen Slatter. It's Kel's Cuts. This is the podcast where we talk about movies. This is the illustrious co-host and the horror fanatic. Hope you had fun listening. We had fun chatting. Keith, how are you feeling? Close us out.
Loki did want to say one more thing on the show, but I just want to say every word, when Bill Skarsgård is in a place, bad things happen when he's around. That's all I'll say. Okay. I am feeling like the LA Galaxy today. I was doing great last year, and this year I'm not doing too great.
No,
I'm doing really bad.
No.
No, I don't actually feel this way. I'm really just talking about the state of the LA Galaxy. What are we doing, you guys? We won the MLS Cup last year, and this is the worst start to a season an MLS team has ever had after being reigning champions. We haven't won a goddamn game in like 15 matches. What are we doing, people?
I know.
So yeah, I guess I feel like the LA Galaxy right now. Wish I could be doing better. Love soccer. It's a great sport. Respect to it. Beautiful game. And other than that, kind of feeling like a fish out of water.
Nice. Fish out of water. That's Keith. Keith Vogt, the illustrious co-host and the horror fanatic. My name is Kellen. That's Kel's Cuts. Hope you had fun listening. We had fun chatting. Without any further ado, it's time for the closing line. We'll see you at the movies.